Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to this live stream. I hope everybody's really doing well. I don't know. I mean, I'm clueless to what exactly BTC is up to, actually. Honestly, if you ask me, because I was expecting a BTC to form some sort of a very nice diagonal, and this kind of diagonal would have made more sense. Yeah, the diagonal would have went till 23,330. I mean, perfectly fine, but now we have went too far. Actually, it's too deep. So this diagonal is invalid. So as my plan for the BTC on the lower time frame. Now the only thing and the structure that I have for BTC is something like this. Actually, I mean, it's like more or less we might be looking for some sort of an irregular expanded flat. Why? Because look at the structure is A, B, C. A, B, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And that's how I think the structure is irregular expanded flat. Now, for this irregular to play, this liquidity is going to be taken care of, which means that we're going to sweep 22,828 and we're going to go towards the levels of 22,784. Now, if you look at from the perspective of the fibs, the only fib levels that you should be worried about is practically 0.14, because that is our bull bear zone. I mean, you lose these levels, and I think we're going to literally shit the bed and it's going to be very, very, very bad, actually. At least for the lower time frame, But this is how I see the market. I think we most likely doing the irregular expanded flat. Now, this is the only idea I have for now. I mean, or else I'll have to just wait for more and more price action to form. The 24,336 to 24,400 is the levels for shorts. Absolutely, those levels are for shorting. And this is the structure that we have here for BTC, A, B, and C. Clearly A, B, and C, guys. So practically, I think this can be a very nice wave 4. I would have told you that the top might be in. This is the wave 5. If we would have went one more wave up, that would have given us a very interesting diagonal 5 waves, and then we would have dumped, so I think this diagonal scenario is invalidated. So practically, I think for now we shall be looking for the 5 waves on the downside. That's 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So you it's like your wave 3 is in, wave 4, one more wave down for the wave 5, 22,700, 20,600 levels. We can even sweep this low. So hence, your stop losses should be under this liquidity pool. The whole invalidation of this scenario is under $22,300, because if we start sweeping those levels of 22,300, we are going to go towards 21,400. Can even go towards the big weekly OB that we are having. So for now, just play levels on levels, and I think the irregular expanded flat is looking more likely. We're going to hold these levels of 22,300, and I will be eyeing 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, looking for our shorts to fill, and that can give us the 5 waves. Very nice, interesting, choppy move if we are holding the levels of 22,300, ladies and gentlemen. Now, if you look at from the perspective of the USD dominance, the USD dominance is very, very tricky at this moment, because look at the divergences that we are forming on the USD dominance. Practically, the USD dominance, I think, in my opinion, you might be feeling that it's a breakout, but I don't see this as a breakout. But very interesting thing about the USD dominance is, if you look at the 1 hour chart, there is no 5 waves, meaning this is 1, 2, 3, 4. I mean, if this is the 5th wave, but I don't think this is the 5th wave. It's some sort of in my opinion, it's some sort of a B, C, A, B, C. It's a zigzag. So some sort of it's a zigzag. So practically, and then you're going to get 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So we form something like this on, for the USD dominance. and then one more move down towards 786 Fibonacci level, 6.47 to 6.48%. Can't even go to 6.40 because that's a bigger trend line that we have, and then we completely reverse. So that's going to be the very choppy move, and the last move that we will be looking for is where I think Ethereum is going to finish its whole structure practically. Or guys, there is also possible that BTC is topped out and it's going to sweep the lows. Alts are going to hold. BTC is going to have a bearish retest. Alts are going to make higher highs. BTC make lower, not higher highs, but lower highs, and that's how the whole structure works actually. Yeah, so now I think this is the ideally what we are eyeing for the lower term time frame, guys. Even if you look at from the total perspective, total has literally went to my target and it has reached to the levels that I wanted it to see it doing it. But the problem is I don't see the 5 waves actually. Something is missing actually. I mean, you might feel that the top might be in. Yeah, the top might be in actually, because the targets have reached, the levels have reached, and we are having a strong triple bearish divergence on the total on the H4. But and also you have a you have a very interesting 3 drive, not exactly kind of a 3 drive, but yeah, you have it. In fact, you have the 3 drive over here as well, and it's a very interesting diagonal as well. You see the diagonal, it's a very nice diagonal actually. So the whole move can be 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. That's a diagonal. Now this 5th wave can be end of something, because this can be 1, 2, 3, ABC 4 and 5. So this might be the top of everything, and we do something like this. We sweep the lows, we bounce, and then we do something like this. There is a possibility, guys, that BTC might be topped out. Possibility is always that if you lose the levels of $22,300. But total 2 is saying that we are still hopeful of getting one more push for the alts, which means that this time I think this last wave is for alts. Maybe the alts are going to outperform BTC. If you do get a one more push up like this, I think this is exactly where alts are going to outperform, because the structure, it has 1, 2, 3, A, B, C, 4, and we are in the we are in the 5th wave right now. Go towards $596 billion. I mean, these are all the structures that we are eyeing, guys. I mean, these are the levels we should be mindful of right now. 550 billion is a very strong support for total 2 on the daily. So you don't want to see that we are closing daily under $550 billion. That's the red line that we are having, these levels. Because if we start losing these levels again, which means that this whole move was a big deviation of the range, we come back down and this breakdown, and we're just going to do something like this, making some sort of a deviation, sweep the lows, and then khalas. So that is going to be very, very, very big catalyst for the alts actually. So that is something, we are at a support, guys, and this is the only levels it holds. You lose these levels of 550 billion and khalas. I mean, you should literally get the fog out of alts, in my opinion. If you're holding any spot bags, hedge yourself. If you are having a big longs running from the bottom, you should at least have partial hedges or take profits, but at least you should have something in your hand. Now, if you look at from the perspective of the dollar index, is still missing that one more wave down, guys. I do think that it's missing, but it's accumulating here. Just look at the structure it is forming is some sort of a very interesting descending triangle kind of a structure. Now this can be the bottom of the whole move down, some sort of a B, C, D, E, and then a move down and then reverse. This can be the bottom of bottom. So basically we just have one more wave down and then up, or it's just going to have the move down like this, and then we reverse. More or less, I think the first plan of A, B, C, D, E, the triangle, the descending triangle, looks more likely. So we just be doing something like this, and up is what we believe. 1st February is coming, month end is coming, a lot of big volatility is coming, guys. something you should be very aware of. I think I would personally be going into USDT, going into the 1st of Feb, you know, FOMC and everything. I think we just have to wait and watch as to how the PA would be. Most likely, I think we should be rolling towards, you know, if BTC plan is going to play us nicely, BTC should be rolling back up towards 24,300, and then we should be smashing down. You know, it's going to be the bar head. Actually, it's going to be the bar head in my opinion. So we literally go down here, and also, you know, in my opinion, what we might be looking for is everybody's looking for a bounce over here, but we never get a bounce there. Yeah, we do get a bounce, but it's gonna be a head and shoulder. It's just going to go towards 2022 POC and maybe even to $17,900. So basically, I'm seeing something like this for BTC as a whole structure, and that's why I'm badly wanted to short this move. If we do get the structure at 24,336 to $24,500, that is the levels we should be shorting. The invalidation is above 24,720. I mean, that is the invalidation. 161 is your invalidation. It's a very soft invalidation, guys. The hard invalidation is 24,445. Above this level is a hard invalidation. Soft invalidation is 24,722. That's the invalidation that we have. Similarly, guys, for ETH, you know, if you look at from the perspective of the ETH did not make higher highs. Now we have two scenarios for ETH. Actually, if you really ask me, the move was W. This is A, B, and C. That is X, and now we are doing A. It's gonna do something like this, B and C. We're gonna go towards 1400 or something, and that is your WXY, a typical WXY. So everybody is looking to long ETH around 1546 because that's a big key SR. Previously, it has been this levels, but if we do lose this levels and flip this as a resistance, then I think we're just going to go towards the sweep of the previous week lows. And once you sweep this lows, you're going to get a bottom. That is where we long 1440, and we look for higher ups. It can even go to 1300 and 1404 as well. That's the OB that we have, but most likely I think we should be front running this OB, and we should be bouncing from 1440. That is the levels where I think we should be bouncing from. For now, I think this is the bear case that we have. The bullish case for ETH, this is the bear case, guys. The bullish case for ETH is the whole structure is A, B, and C. This was 1, A, B, and C for the wave 2. So practically, this is your wave 2 here, forming a similar sort of a structure for like a BTC. We hold these levels and we do something like this, and it pumps up towards 1820 or so. That is what the bull case scenario that we have. So for bull case, we need to hold 1546 levels. That is the levels we need to hold. Actually, the invalidation is clearly 1546, but from the fifth perspective is 1535. That is the invalidation we should be eyeing for ETH actually. Okay, ladies and gentlemen. So that is the levels we should be eyeing for ETH. Okay. Now, so practically this is the bullish case and we have the bear case. Now let's look for some else. APT. In the noon I mentioned, as soon as we crosses or have a single 1 hour closure above 18.5, we'll see a push up. And it literally had that push up. This was the candle. It pushed up for like 8% move, and overall the move was like close to 10%, and we just dumped it. Most likely this was our some sort of A, B, and C kind of a move. So practically what I'm considering this move is more like A, B, C, and this is like a wave 4. So I'm considering this move to be A, B, and C should be sweep of the lows going towards 14, and then we can have something like this, or lose these levels and we're just going to dump because we have broken the bigger parabolic move, and when we are breaking, whenever we broke down this parabolic move, it always sweep the previous base, which is around 11.7. now it will sweep 11.7 at some point for sure. It's gonna sweep. And so far, my theory of 2414 stands valid. The 2414 is holding as a very, very strong resistance, guys. It's the 20.3516 is holding as a strong resistance. The bots are literally playing the fibs, and I think they know their game. Actually, every time it goes there, it just rejects. It rejects badly. So I think this the plan for now for ABD is this, and that's what I would like to play. I'm just gonna be patient with the ABD. For someone who also want to know about XRP, it's a very simple plan for XRP. Till we don't flip 43 cents, 43.22 to be precise, we are bearish. The structure over here seems to be 5 waves. And right now what we should be eyeing for XRP is the 37.4. 37.4 is a very interesting level. It's a OB on the daily, as well as if you look at the H4 structure on the XRP, you have a very interesting support 37.4 to 37 cents. So if you do hold these levels of 37.4 and 37.1, specifically these levels, if you do go something like this, if we hold these levels, we can have a push up like this one more time. But if you do lose these levels, khalas, we going to do go for one more dip down on the XRP and going towards 28 cents. So now I think all the things depends on 37 cents. 37 cents holds and rebounds. That is the only levels particularly I'm eyeing for long. I would not be looking to long here. Why? Because the structure is A, B and C. Now C is 5 waves, 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. That's how it should be normally, in my opinion, for XRP. So I would wait for rather shorting up here or longing up here. This is the only way I would like to play. Now few of the alts I still believe looks good. One is DOT. The first yellow white line and the support is for the DOT is right now is at 6.1. That's a very big level of support. And this, remember this 6.889, it's a key SR. Majority of the times DOT have hold that level, rejected. And now for the first time we are testing after this breakdown. If we don't break, don't long. It's like a bearish retest. Then just let it, die actually. That would be a very good word, appropriate word for DOT actually. Then it would just go under $3.6. But for now I think we can form a very interesting rising wedge. So I think 6.1 can be a very interesting long for DOT if we do hold this, and you can get a push up towards 7.2 to 8. So that is the levels you should be eyeing. It can be very interesting 17 to 18% move for DOT, ladies and gentlemen. So I think that is the very interesting levels for DOT, and I think you guys should also be having these levels in front of you. The DOT levels are clearly amazing. Also, if you look for BTC as well, I think we already discussed BTC also. If you are having the bullish case, BTC is going to hold 22,300, and that is in itself, it's bullish on the lower term time frame, guys. Let's talk about NEAR. The plan for the NEAR is playing out perfectly, but a retest of 2.867 is still missing. So far this has been looking great. A very interesting rising wedge, a very interesting rising wedge is formed, and it's rejecting. But let's see, if you do get a move on the one more push up on the upside would be amazing. But let's see if we do get it. For now I see 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5, but the fifth is too small actually. The fifth is too small. So practically what you would want to see is we hold these levels maybe one more time like this, and we go up. That makes more sense. If everybody is looking for an upside, then only I think we might be looking for an upside for a 24% move for NEAR actually. So let's see. But for that we need to hold the levels of $2.3. 2.3 makes more sense to me. It's a big key SR actually for it's a very big key SR. Like this is the levels you want to see it. We hold these levels, and yes, we can get a nice push on the upside for 24% move on the NEAR, guys. Mark these levels in your chart, guys. These are the levels you should mark it, and you should play along with it. Now let's say you also have these levels. Now you should be looking to RSI. Look at the RSI. RSI is going to form a hidden bullish divergence. If you do get a one more dip down like this, RSI make lower lows, and near overall the H4 makes price makes higher lows, and we gonna get a very interesting bullish divergence, and we can literally long near actually. So what you want to see is the RSI just going down under these levels, and once it goes down under these levels, you should definitely be looking for longs, or at least have spot bags in near, and that I think it's a very, very interesting move for near actually. Now if you talk about the Solana, guys, I think the Sol move looks to me pretty much A, B, and C so far, the way we are talking about what do you say, BTC. We can have one more push up, but if Sol starts breaking again under $23, it won't hold the levels. It's just going to do something like this, $19. Similarly, if BTC also loses $22.6, it's just going to go nuts, trust me. So better, you should be, longs, you should be playing longs very, very carefully, guys. Just play levels on levels, levels on levels. Till then, because we are at a very crucial, this is like to me like a small lower term time frame distribution, and not like a accumulation for something. Honestly, I have seen this sort of a distribution in the past as well, and we have seen it plays very, very badly. And the FOMC, I think, even though the interest rate hike would be somewhere around 25 bips, but that is going to affect overall balance sheet of the Fed, and also the profit and loss statement of the Fed, because their interest payment is going to move towards $1 trillion. Right now it's almost close to 900 and something billion dollars, but with this 25 bips rate hike, it's going to cross $1 trillion, guys. I think I don't know how Fed is surviving, or what kind of a I don't know what kind of a influx of money they are having it, apart from the printer, but it's not gonna be ending well in a long term. They have to reset everything. That's the only way. Now let's talk about the gold. My plan of the gold is still same. We are at a resistance, guys. Let's keep it simple. This is the range highs and this is the range lows. We already have a double top kind of a structure. You already have a deviation. Now this whole structure can be some sort of a A, B, C, W. This is X, and we can have A, B, C, Y, or this bottom is in, and this is 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. We make higher highs, goes to 2,300 again, and it goes towards $2,500. So you have two scenarios on the move right here for the gold, bull and bear case. The only line you need to understand over here is 1924 levels. 1924 on the daily and on the weekly close, on the weekly, two consecutive weekly closes above this would invalidate the bear case, and then we can look for higher ups or for XAU for gold. But most likely, I think, just look at the structure we are forming. For now, it looks to me like a bearish retest, because look at the volume. The volume is pretty much, you don't have a volume on this move on the upside. So let's see. I mean, for now, it looks to me like a bear case is gonna play out, but let's see. Mana is topped out, guys. Stay safe. Now, even if it don't top out, it can be 1, 2, 3, 4. We can have one more push up for the mana, which goes around this OB that we have here, simply above 83 cents. Above 83.2 or 83.3. Practically, we're just going to have one more push up for the mana, guys, but stay safe with the mana. You still have opportunity to make like 7 to 9% move. 10.8 to 11% move on the mana. You still have this opportunity. Don't short it right now. Short only and only when we are literally closing two consecutive H4 candle under 76 cents. Till then, don't short it. Now let's talk about BNB. BNB is looking amazing. Look at the resistance. It's a third time we are going to test it. And if you do, I think it's not going to hold. It's not going to break out. It most likely, I see this is going to do something like this, meaning it's going to be very interesting. 1, 2, 3. This is most likely 4. And this is 5. What I see, something like this 4. And then we're going to have the pump up towards the new highs. Practically, this yellow box needs to fill at some point, and then only I would be expecting more and more ups. But this is how I see for now. So guys, this is what the plan I have, and I think the most interesting part about right now is everybody feels that we're going to miss it. It's not breaking down. That what it makes, the FOMO and liquidity for the market makers. So you guys feel FOMO, I feel FOMO, everybody feels FOMO that we're not going to break. Dips are for buying. When everybody starts buying the dip, it creates a huge liquidity for the market makers, so that they start selling you everything at the premium. And we think that this is the value for discount. These are the discounted price, because we were ready to buy at $30,000 at some point of time. Again, now it is 23,000. It's already a discount of 7,000. Let's buy. So everybody just keeps on buying, and the market makers who accumulated heavily around 16,800 and 16K, they have sold you their bags. They have exited the market, and now we are the only one left with the coins, and they just wait for the liquidity to to just dry out from the market, and the market starts going down, and then they will come back in the game. Actually, this is how normally it works actually. So basically, this is the plan for now, guys. The short remains intact. I'm looking to short this crap on the BTC. For longs, I'm just going to need for longs, I need a confirmation on 22,700 for confirmation, and then I can give some scalps for the longs, because of course your longs scalp for the longs would be for ETH, and I would not be happy to give you longs on BTC, because ETH looks amazing, because the probability of ETH making higher highs is higher, because it did not make higher highs versus BTC. So we can say that this move is some sort of A, B, and C, and it can have a run up towards 1752. So practically the probability of ETH making higher highs versus BTC is higher. So I think it's better to play longs on ETH and short on BTC at that point of time. That's all, guys. Have a nice day. Bye bye. All your queries will be responded in the Discord and on Twitter, guys. And thank you so much for your support and love, and lot of wishes on Twitter. I almost got like more than 70 DMs on Twitter and more than 120 DMs on Discord. I've tried to respond. I was just so busy with responding since morning. I hope everybody has got the response. In case I've missed, please, sincere apologies. I will definitely try to respond it by end of the day. Thanks a lot, guys. Thanks a lot. Love you a lot.